What if the biggest applause you ever get is for a win nobody saw coming? In a world obsessed with constant updates, what if the real secret to massive success is found in the quiet power of your own silence? Let's forget the noise and the early announcements. The real game-changing work that happens when no one's watching. We're constantly sharing, aren't we? Every thought, every meal, every little win often ends up online, looking for likes. But what if all this sharing, broadcasting our plans, our big dreams, is actually what's holding us back? What if the pressure to look good, the unwanted advice, and all the distractions that come with going public are just eating away at our focus? This isn't about being secretive just because. It's about a surprising truth. Working quietly, nurturing your goals in private, can build an incredible kind of focus and strength. Today, we're diving into how this quiet dedication leads not just to success, but to those huge, undeniable wins, the kind that make so much noise because they were built in silence. Get ready to find out why the biggest impacts often come from those who moved quietly. So why is keeping your goals quiet so powerful? It starts with how our minds work when we're trying to achieve something. When you keep your goals to yourself, you're not just dodging distractions, you're actually creating a better inner space for success to grow. Right off the bat, you'll feel less anxiety and pressure. Think about it. The second you announce a big goal, you've got an audience. And with an audience comes expectations, judgment, and a whole flood of opinions. Some helpful, many critical, or just full of other people's doubts. All that noise can make you scared of failing publicly, making the whole thing way more stressful. But when you work in silence, you protect your new, delicate goals from all that. You give yourself room to try things out, mess up, even fail and start over without everyone watching. That private space is where real strength is built. And it's not just about less pressure. Silence also builds a strong inner drive, what experts call intrinsic motivation. Instead of chasing applause, your motivation comes from you. Your goals line up with what you truly want, not what others expect. Studies show that when you're driven from within, you feel more satisfied, confident, and empowered. That inner fire lasts a lot longer than a quick pat on the back, and it'll push you through the tough spots. Plus, keeping quiet seriously boosts your focus. There's this interesting thing that happens. If you talk too much about your goals, your brain can actually feel like you've already done a lot of the work. It's called premature symbolic completion. That early good feeling can actually reduce your motivation to do the real heavy lifting. By keeping your plans to yourself, you save all that mental energy for actually doing things. Your mind stays hungry for the real win, not just the praise for planning it. And finally, chasing your goals privately gives you a real sense of control. You're in charge. You're less likely to get sidetracked by trends or well-meaning but bad advice. This freedom means you can make choices that truly fit your values, which is key for long-term success and just feeling good about what you're doing. You're building your dream your way. It's so tempting to share our big plans, isn't it? We want encouragement, validation, maybe just to put it out there. But announcing things too soon is full of hidden traps that can totally sink your best ideas. Knowing these pitfalls makes working in silence look even better. Like we mentioned, there's that illusion of progress. You say you're going to write a book, start a business, or run a marathon, and you get all these likes and encouraging words. Feels good, right? Your brain gets a little dopamine hit, almost like you've already done it. But this can actually drain the motivation you need for the actual tough, unglamorous work. You get the reward before you've earned it. Then there's the flood of unsolicited advice and, let's be honest, negativity. Suddenly, everyone's an expert on your dream. Some people will dump their own fears onto your plans. Others mean well, but give advice that just pulls you off track. Trying to filter all that, defend your vision, and deal with everyone's input just wastes precious energy. Energy you should be using to get things done. And think about how tiring it is to constantly defend your dreams. Once it's public, you might find yourself arguing with skeptics or trying to manage the expectations of people who now feel like they have a stake in your journey. It's exhausting to be on the defensive. You end up explaining instead of creating, battling instead of building. Silence, though, that lets you put all your energy into the actual work. Announcing things early can also create this pressure that kills creativity. When you know people are watching, the fear of not living up to what you said can be paralyzing. You might play it safe, be unwilling to change course if a better idea comes along, or avoid those creative risks that lead to real breakthroughs. Your private workshop, free from judging eyes, is where real innovation happens. And finally, sometimes, announcing things too early can even invite competition or subtle sabotage. We like to think the best of people, but not everyone is genuinely cheering you on. Share your unique idea too soon and someone else might run with it before you're ready. Or it could stir up envy that just causes problems. Keeping your plans quiet while they're still developing helps you build them up until they're strong and you're in a better position. That quiet buildup stops your masterpiece from being picked apart or copied before it's even finished. So, how do you actually do this silent dedication thing? It's a choice, and it takes a few good strategies to make it stick. It's not just about keeping your mouth shut, it's about creating a space where your focus can really thrive. First up, journaling. Think of it as your private HQ for your thoughts. You can track your progress, work through challenges, and celebrate those small wins no one else sees. It's how you stay accountable to yourself, the most important person on this journey. Regular journaling makes your thinking clearer, strengthens your commitment, and helps you deal with setbacks in a positive way, all without needing anyone else's approval. With everyone being so connected these days, try a digital detox, or at least share mindfully. Fight that urge to post every single step on social media. Constant updates, chasing likes, it just feeds that early reward cycle and scatters your focus. If going completely offline is too much, try the results first rule. Only share big milestones after you've actually hit them. This protects your energy and honestly builds way more respect when you finally do share. People are impressed by real results, not just promises. Next, build your own fortress with rituals and routines. Daily habits that encourage discipline and deep work are your best friends here. Maybe it's a morning routine before everyone else is up, specific blocks of time for focused work, or regular exercise to clear your head. These routines make progress almost automatic, cut down on decision-making stress, and create a steady rhythm for your quiet work. They're the backbone of getting great stuff done. Now, silence doesn't mean you have to be a hermit. Selective accountability can be super helpful. If you need someone to bounce ideas off or keep you on track, pick one or two people you really trust. These should be folks who get your vision, support you without trying to take over, listen more than they talk, and respect your privacy. Don't broadcast your plans to everyone you know. And lastly, tap into mindfulness and self-reflection. Regular mindfulness helps you stay present, connected to your real motivations, and spot distractions before they get you off track. Self-reflection helps make sure your goals still line up with what's truly important to you, allowing you to tackle challenges with wisdom from within, instead of always looking for outside answers. This inner compass is gold when you're on this quieter path. Use these strategies consistently, and silence becomes an active, powerful tool for hitting your biggest goals. And then comes the payoff. After all that quiet dedication, your achievements finally step into the spotlight, often making a much bigger splash than if you'd hyped them all along. That's what winning in public is all about, letting your results do the talking. There's something really powerful about a surprise success, isn't there? When something amazing is revealed after a long stretch of quiet, focused work, it just hits harder. Think about musicians like Beyoncé, dropping a whole masterpiece album out of nowhere. The world stops and pays attention because there wasn't a lot of noise beforehand. The actual achievement shines through, loud and clear. It cuts through all the usual marketing fluff because the work itself is just that good. The focus is purely on the quality of what you've done, not on any pre-built hype. And let's be real, results build massive credibility. Talk is cheap, but achievements, those are solid. When you've worked quietly and then show up with a finished product, a solved problem, or a dream made real, you earn a different kind of respect. People are just drawn to real success. J.K. Rowling got rejected so many times while writing Harry Potter, mostly in private. Her eventual worldwide success spoke volumes, making that early silence a mark of her sheer grit. Sarah Blakely quietly developed Spanx for over a year, perfecting everything before launching what became a billion-dollar company. Their quiet hard work set the stage for wins that didn't need any introduction. Think about innovators like Steve Jobs. Apple's secrecy around new products was legendary. Every reveal was a huge event, a shockwave, because all that work was done behind the scenes, leading to a polished, powerful launch. And this isn't just for tech giants or best-selling authors. It works for anyone. The entrepreneur quietly building a solution, the artist secretly perfecting their craft, the scientist deep in research. When their work finally comes out, it carries the weight of all that focused, uninterrupted effort. What's more, a win that you've earned through quiet work often feels more personal, more profound. The journey was yours. You navigated it without needing constant pats on the back. You overcame challenges with your own strength. That sense of ownership, that deep satisfaction from what you built, is something that quick praise for just saying you'll do something can never match. The win is sweeter because you grew it and earned it in your own focused space. When the public finally sees it, their acknowledgement just confirms what you already knew you could do. It's not you begging for validation. That's the real power. Letting the incredible quality and impact of your work make all the noise. So here's a little challenge for you. Think about one goal you're working on right now, or one you're about to start. Could you try just for a bit to keep it to yourself? Resist that urge to tell everyone and get that early praise. Instead, pour all that energy into the actual work. Build that zone of focus. Let your hard work be your best-kept secret for a while. If this idea clicks with you, if you're curious about using silent focus in your own life, maybe subscribe or share this with someone who could use this message. But more importantly, try it out. Pick one goal and commit to the quiet path. See what happens. In a world that's always telling us to shout our plans from the rooftops, there's a real, almost rebellious power in choosing to be quiet. It's a path that takes discipline, builds toughness, and in the end, lets your achievements speak for themselves with total clarity. Never tell people what you do. Focus in silence. Win in public. That's not just a cool saying, it's a game plan for making a real impact. It's about getting that the only validation that truly counts comes from actual results, not from applause before you've even started. All that energy you'd spend looking for outside approval, that's energy taken away from the real work. When you take that energy back and focus it inward, you build something solid, something meaningful, something that can stand up to anything because you built it with your own focused effort. Let what you do be your loudest statement. Let your success be the thing that gets people talking. Like they say, work quietly, achieve loudly, and let your actions do the talking. The best wins are the ones that don't need any hype. So embrace that discipline of quiet focus. Grow your dreams in your own private space. Build your masterpiece away from all the chatter. And when the time is right, let your amazing victory be the only announcement anyone needs. The real power is in how you get there. The real win is in the reveal. Now go on, build something amazing, in silence.